Hello and welcome to the continuation of the discussion for the Dart programming language. Okay, so in the previous video, we talked about the basic syntax for your variables, for the different data ang variable modifiers such as your final, your const, your dynamic and var. Now let's move on sa other other syntax for that programming language. Now, may ginatawag kita. So, in other programming language, may ginatawag kita ng string concatenation. So, when we say string concatenation, concatenating, no, we are adding two or more string values. So, gina-add na siya either into one string value or display nyo na siya sa console or i-display nyo na siya sa text. Okay. So, we concatenate those. Okay. So what you see right there sa second nga example, this one, is gina-concatenate ang string. So once you concatenate, gagamit kita sa plus sign in order to concatenate or to add these strings. With interpolation, so when we say interpolation, so we are mayroon kita string and we are inserting specific your variables inside your string value. So like this one right here. So sa example kita, mayroon kita string full name. So this is a string that consists of the variables for your first, last, and suffix. So these first, last, and suffix, so these are variables na siya with the value of string. So ginabutan ka na siya inside a string na full name. Okay. So you see the difference, no? So in concatenation, gagamit kita ng plus. So although gina-support na siya ni Dart, we can also use string interpolation. So when the variable is part of a map or object, the compiler can get confused. So you should wrap the interpolation in curly braces. Okay. So ang sa babang example, so this is for simple nga data types. So for your objects, diba, with the property or with the attribute, maybe you want to access a specific attribute sa object. For example, sa name, di ba, sa ating name object, mayroon kita first nga variable or property. So, in order to access that, magamit lang kita sa curly brace. So, $sign, then the name of the object, then followed by the your square braces, and inside, that's the name of your variable or attribute. So with this type of naming, if you're familiar with JavaScript, pag-retrieve sang JavaScript pag-retrieve sang object attributes. So, medyo same na siya. Okay. So in that, you can also enable multi-line strings. So when we say multi-line, gagamit na kita line breaks. Diba? So when we usually use line breaks, diba, signifying nga may space, diba, may new line. So we usually use the /n. So this signifies after the specific after or any other string after some /n nga will be displayed on the bottom na. Nag-new line na siya. May new line na. Then displaying the text. Okay, so with this, hindi na ka mo magamit sa new line. All you have to do is put 3 quotation marks to 3 sets, diba, with 6. So 3 dire sa opening and 3 dire sa closing. So with this, i-follow na sa Dart ang structure sang inyong text. Automatically, may new line na dire, may new line na, may new line na, may new line na. Hindi na ka mo mag-specify sa new line nga tag. Okay. So spread operator. So this is related na siya sa aton list, di ba? So this operator right here, your tree or your ellipsis, di ba? 3 dots will spread out the elements of an array, which in turn i-flatten niya. Okay. So kung gaano ka mo sang developer, so if you've experienced sa JS, diba? So for this one, gina-flatten niya na siya like duga input, dugin na butang nyo na ang isa ka list within a list. Okay, so as you've seen right here. Diba? So we can see nga may ara kita 5 to 10. So which is a list that consists of integers 5 to 10. And then may ara kita numbers. So sa ara sa numbers, may ara kita 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 11, 12. But so there are many ways para mag-add na sa number from adding one list to another. But this is one of the simpler ways. So i-flatten na siya. So i-spread na ang 5 to 10. So this one right here, butang tas ang operator nga ellipsis before, and then we specify nga 5 to 10. So we call out the list name itself. So para si Dart na mismo ang automatically ma-add or ma-append or spread yan na siyang operate. Ang list yan na siya. So, ang output yan na is, di ba, mayroon kita 1, 2, 3, 4, and then whatever ang unod to sang 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that is going to be inserted in between 4 and 11, as you stated right here. So, insert na siya, di ba, between 4 and 11. So, mo na ang final position niya, dira. So you can also position here or here man, pwede move. So any position siya. But with this, you are putting the whole list or the contents of the list itself. Okay. So if you're familiar with your map, diba, hash maps for your data types man ben by your map. So Flutter also uses this type of data type, or data structure, I mean. So maps are like hash or dictionary. So they're merely an object with a set of key value pairs. So when you say key value pairs, may key na kamo, then this si key kay that is a unique ni siya nga value. So within your map, dapat wala na sang pareho. Ang keys dapat unique na siya. Then your value. So si value that is associated with the key. So whenever you are trying to access a specific value from a map, di ba? Kuhaan mo lang keys yan. So here, mag-setup kita. So we will just say map. So this is the data type. And then foo. So this one represents the key, and then this one represents the value. Okay. So looking at the example right here, you can see map, string, and dynamic, diba? So map, data structure, and then string ang aton nga key will have the value of string, and then ang data will have the value or will have the type of dynamic. So meaning your map will hold any values as long as mahatag ka mo sang key na string. So as you can see right here, diba? Si first si George, si last si Blue, si date of birth is just your date of birth, diba? I-patch mo na siya si 1972 July 16. And then email is just a string value. Okay. So in order to access this, diba? So again, you access the name of the map. Diba? Ang name ka map is person, and then you try to locate or to use the key in order to access the value. So in this case, ang introduction, diba, equals person, then your open brackets, open and square brackets first. So this will retrieve the value from the key na first. So was born in person that date of birth. So muna kuan niluwat to ang value sang map to person with the key na date of birth or DOB. Okay, so in that, so I guess in JavaScript, we can consider functions as first-class objects. So objects, we can pass parameters, we can pass it around like data. So like objects, diba, pwede na siya mabutang sa variables. So return from a function as well, pwede ta i-return ang functions as a function, as a return. No? So pwede, within your function, pwede ka mo return sang function. So pwede ito na siya mapass as a function, as a parameter in a function, or set equal to a variable. So, do object na siya. You can treat it as such. Okay. So, here, for example, let's say nga may kita function, di ba? Say hi. Tapos, ang one of the parameters here is it will take ang string nga name. And then, ang iyang return is it will just print hello with the value of the name. So, this one right here, ito man. So, if you're familiar with this symbol right here, diba? Kung JavaScript ka mo, so this automatically says nga, i-return nyo na siya. I-return nyo na ang print nga hello. Okay. And then, ang sa line number 3, so here we can create a function nga data nga variable. So, because we treat it as a object po. Object. So, first class object na siya. So, me2, may function kitang me2, which will have the same function of the same purpose as the say hi nga function nga declare mo sa babaw. Okay, so that is the how can we treat functions in Dart. So notice nyo, medyo gakopy siya. Aside sa syntax with your Java and C++, ginakopy yaman ang behavior sa JavaScript. So some of the behaviors, programming behaviors. Okay. So I think this one you've already encounter. So ang big arrow nga to, when you say big arrow or fat arrow, equal sign and then the arrowhead. Okay. So when you have a function that returns a value in one line of code, so hindi pwede nyo na siya nga i-omit ang return nga key, di ba? Nga return nga keyword and just input it as or put a fat arrow. So this one, duga save ka mo sang lines of code nyo. Okay. So here when have example, sa first line, may kita function nga triple, so multiply lang na ang variable nga ipasa nyo. This one. So this is your normal way of creating a function that will have a return type. Diba? Return type int, so we will return a value of int. Okay, so in the second example sa function, so here we are creating a function na siya. So creating a function nga object, diba, nga triple is nga i-assign ta sang function mismo nga it will take a variable int nga value nga val, and it will return a value multiplied by 3. So that is saved as a function. Now we can use your big arrow or fat arrow right here. Okay. So gina-remove ta na ang return nga function and as well as ang inyong curly brace. So ang inyong function declaration or function initialization is one line lang na siya. So this one will only work for those functions na may one-liner of code lang. So if your function can return any value, doon din na ka mo mag-declare ng variables, di ba? Diba? So instead of this one, instead of creating multiple variables and then returning the answer man be or some value, so you can just do it in one line. So this will save lines of code. I don't know. This one is very optional man siya. You can use the traditional way of returning values in functions. But if you want to pasaho man siya mo, if you want to make your code look more cleaner, diba? More shorter as practiced by the industry. So pwede na ka mo kagamit sang big arrow or fat arrow. Okay. So in Dart, may ginatawag kita nga name function parameters. So this one I think ara na sa C++ where you name your function parameters. Kaya common way of creating your functions, 'di ba? When we are declaring parameters, dapat pasunod na siya mo. So for example, in a function, function 1 being a method or function. So the first parameter is int, but the second parameter is int, and the third parameter is a string. So that is the common way of creating functions. So I guess that may purpose mo na si si overriding, di ba? Some of the object-oriented concepts kay that in that way dumay-ara siya sang function signature. Okay. But if you want to disregard the order of the function of the parameters ng set nyo, di ba? Kaya na to kay int string. But what if gusto mo ba mauna si string o mauna si int or sa to nga si string? Diba? So wala ka nag-matter sa order as long as maka-provide ka sa value is pwede ka kagamit sa name function parameters. So pwede gina siya sa Dart. This one right here. Okay, so instead of this function nga send email, i-submit mo ang email and then the topic of the email. So in this order, so you can say nga send email function, but we specify the name of the parameter. So when you see the name, so amo ni ang this one. So before the parenthesis, the colon. So here we have subject. The subject, that is the name of the parameter that you are passing. Well, sa piak naman, ang to address, so this is the email nga isendan mo sang email. Nga email address nga sendan mo. So in a way, dumay guide ni si inyong function, di ba? On the function parameters on what values are you going to pass. Diba? Subject, then to address. Compared sa previous nga pag call sang function nga send email, ay basi assume nga ang first nga parameter can be put on the address or put on the subject, while the second one can be put on the address. So with this, with your name function parameters, do mabalaan mo kung anong expected nga value for your parameters. Okay. So with your name function parameters, wala na gid nga matter ang order sang parameters nga ginahaboy nyo. So as long as mas specify nyo, di ba, kung ano to nga parameter name and the value itself. Now, the way send email, the function send email was created to use in the first nga function call right here sa babaw. So is like this. So this is how we implement our name function parameters. So name function parameters, ang dugang nyo malang dira is the curly braces. The curly braces inside your function parameters. Okay. So curly brace, also on the proper dira is your open parentheses, open curly brace, the name of your parameter, and the type, comma, and then another parameter, and so on. So pwede na kamo dugang as many parameters as you can. Okay. So with this behavior, pwede man kamo since ang constructor that is a special function, can consider as a function as well. Pwede nyo na siya mabutangan sang name parameters. Okay. Diba? Parang hindi naman kamo mag-mind to sang hindi nyo pag-mind ng order sang parameters, dapat ang sa name nga ang sa person nga class dapat mo na gid si first name, dapat mo na gid si last name. Pwede na kamo nga iset mo na yung last name niya, basta i-declare nyo ang parameter name niya. So last name, colon, and then the value of the last name, comma, your first name, and then the value of your first name. Okay. So with this, 'di ba, ang sa nga program OOP concepts sa Java and C++, we usually utilize new and then this. So new specify in new object nga initialization man na siya, a new object na variable. And then this is very common sa inyong mga constructors. So this signifies the specific object nga gina-modify nyo or gina-access nyo. Okay. So in Dart, wala na kita gamit sang new and this. So okay man nga magamit ka mo, it will accept na ni Dart, but pwede nga i-remove yun na siya. So kina-encourage ko ni Dart to offer the use of new and to avoid the use of the new keyword when instantiating a class. Diba? So person P is equals to new person. So with Dart, person P is equals to person. So wala na kamo new person. Ganyu lang. Wala ka mo gali ganyu. So, person lang directly. Okay. So, inside the class, especially sa pag-refer nyo sa class mismong parameters, sa pag-construct, di ba? So, maybe same to ang name sa parameter sa constructor kag ang parameter sa inyong class mismo. So, usually gagamit ka muna sang this, so word nga this. But with Dart, gina-encourage ka mo, hindi, i-skip yun lang siya. Okay. So this makes your code shorter and cleaner, but again, gina-encourage mo lang ka mo. So lagi mo gina-require, no? So maybe if sa na ka mo nga may new or may this, pwede pa makagamit sang keywords kani, especially on creating objects, on creating classes. Okay. So in Dart, may harap kitang pag-create sang, di ba, class constructors. Diba? There is a way to create your class constructor parameters shorthand. So this is merely a shorter way of writing your Dart classes which receive parameters. So for those classes, class constructors nagabaton sang parameters. When you write this constructor to receive that something, and you have a class code property within the same name, the compiler writes the assignment so you don't have to. Okay. So in this, di ba, makita nyo nga this one. So your string and email, nag-declare ka mo sang attribute ng string and email. So with your constructor, like this, so mag-create ka mo sa constructor, hindi na ka mo magbutang sa sulod nga person. Ang email or this.email is equals to email. So email, and this.email represents the email from the class. Then the email after sang equals is just the variable passed on the function or the constructor. So with this, gina-omit yun na ang pagpasahay sang values, and with that, yun automatically gina-provide na siya as long as you follow this type of class constructor. So, shorthand din siya nga So, I guess this was also present sa C++. So, I guess so basta same lang ang name sang attribute and then ang name sang variable nga gina-declare nyo sa class constructor. So, which is commonly practiced man sa OOP. Okay. So, this one right here, equivalent na siya nga code is this one. So, manotice nyo, di ba? Ang sa constructor tang parameters, string email, string phone. And then sa sulod sa itong curly brace, this email is equals to email, and then that phone is equals to phone. So medyo, I think, medyo clear man siya, but you can skip this entirely and then just proceed to a shorthand nga constructor parameter. Okay. So some program OOP concepts nga wala gina-follow sa Dart is we have your private class members. So if you remember, diba, setting an attribute or a function as private, it means that other classes cannot access this specific attribute or functions. So with Dart, wala nagagamit sang private. That's not use any class visibility modifiers. Wala public, wala nakamugaset sang public, private, protected, or package. So all members, so all attributes, or methods, or functions, ngayon declare nyo sa class, so that is considered as public. So to make a class member private, so gina-modify tala ang name put an underscore in front of the name of your attribute or name of your function. Okay, so mix ins. So this, I think this is a new keyword for you. Kaya wala, hindi siya gagamit ng iba niya programming language. But may similarity ni siya nga behavior. So mix ins are baskets of properties and methods that can be added into any classes. So they look like classes but cannot be instantiated. Okay, so here for example, meaning hindi kita ka-instantiate, tula kita sa constructor nga maobra. But this mix-in can be mambal nga inherited by other classes. So those stand-alone ni siya or abs when we say, hindi man siya matawag nga abstract eh. Like interface. So if you're familiar with the interface na OOP concept. Yeah, let's go like this. So declare kita sa doc class. Doc class ay yung behavior. You can have attributes. You can have your methods or functions. But ang type is mixed in. So this is not a class. So with so how do we add this this type of attributes to the other classes? Magamit kita sa with nga keyword. So with employment, so employment ka that is the mix-in that we've created, and then ging implemented na sa class nga employee. Okay, so with this, gahambal kita nga this employee class now has an employer and business phone properties and call boss methods which came from the employment nga mix-in. So, ang pwede, one of the limits of OOP, although heavy siya si Dart sa OOP, but limited lang ang iya nga OOP principles nga gina-implement. So only supports a single inheritance. So meaning you can only, a class can only inherit one class. The subclass, mayroon siya sang isa lang ka superclass. As your child class can only have one parent class. However, si mix-ins can be added, multiple mix-ins can be added on a single class. So, siya. Okay, cascade operator. So when you see this two dots, it means it will return this class. But before you do something with a property or a method. Okay, so in this case, so this one, though, gina-remove talang na siya ang So, palesan talang ang line of code. So, as you see on the line 3 to 6, diba? Ga-declare kita sang person, object, and then we specify. So, this one, gagamit siya sang default constructor. And then we set the p, that id is equals to 100, and then p.email. So, this is the properties of the person. And then p.save, so gako kita sang method within the person. So, there is a way for those to be called for all of this line 3 to 6 to be executed in just one line. So this is using the cascade operator. Okay, so this one, so with this, ga-declare, initialize kita sang object, diba? And then this one, initialize ta ang ID, ang email, and then ang save nga method. So this, manotice nyo, so this ID, this email is within the person nga, this is within the person nga object. So instead of doing this line by line, you can just do it in one line of code. Okay. Si Dart wala supports ng overloading. Okay. So Dart does not support overloading methods, and this includes the constructors. Then, name constructor. So, since wala kita ga-overload sa constructors, that supports a different way of doing it. Though similar to overloading, but wala siya ga-support sa overloading it mismo nga principle. So, though this is a workaround for developers to implement overloading, to implement the behavior similar to overloading. So this is your name constructors. This is similar to your name parameters. Okay. So as you can see in example right there, so may kita class nga person and then may kita nga typical constructor, di ba? Name, di ba? Sa aton nga person, may attribute kita nga ano mo or may member kita nga name, nga class. In this case, i-declare na siya ang name nga variable. Diba? Sa name, may kita attributes nga first and last. In this case, i-declare na siya as an empty, di ba? No, wala unod. Pwede ito na siya ma-declare like this one. So, using your cascading operator, di ba? And then, here is your name constructor. Oh, sorry, yes. Okay. So, with this, diba, a person that with name. Diba? So, this is a type of constructor. Name constructor na siya. So, ang constructor mismo ang ginapangalanan ta, not the parameters sa inyong function. Okay. So, name by ID. So, this one maybe ID lang din batunon ta. Diba? So, ang ID lang ang ara sa parameters ta. And then, sa first nga function is just a person, ano lang, a constructor na name lang yun ang matunta. Okay. So, wala na kita gaano, among naula ga support si Dart sang overloading. So, therefore, ingalanan talang constructors ta. So, that is used by the with name or by naming it after the that nga operator. Okay. So with this, para magamit na siya, i-call ta lang to ang constructor nga may ngalan nga. So, duha to ka constructors ang inobrata with name and by ID. So, after declaring that in your class, pwede nyo na siya magamit sa inyong code. Diba? Mag-instantiate ka mo sang person nga object. Okay, so that is it for that na programming language. So, medyo na siya, no? So, some of these topics or the syntax, very familiar to you. But, syempre, ma-unique man siya si Dart. So, may ara siya other concepts kang introduce. So I hope nga hindi ka muna mabigla. And then, over time, maamat-amat yun siya integrate. Because as most of these, magamit nyo gid sa Flutter app development. So, cross-platform app development using Flutter. Okay, so the next nga video here, so we will discuss na the introduction to Flutter widgets. Okay, so thank you for watching and see you on the next one.